man, sometimes I say things and it's just like, uh-oh. Let's make a decision together. How many times when you were younger did your parents or your guardian or some figure of authority be like, what do you think about this? Like, give you the power to make a decision? Do you remember how awesome that felt? How awesome it still feels for someone in a position of power to give you the permission and to give you the space to make your own decisions, right? And to have input on a situation. That's still very, very powerful, not just for children, but for people in general. Just to be able to matter. What we're basically saying when we don't give people the power or authority to make their own decisions is that, their opinion doesn't matter, that their contribution doesn't have a space in this situation, and that's just every sort of wrong. And I invite you to go try this. Next time you're around, especially like a little kid, let them take the reins and see what happens. When I'm hanging around little kids, I love to give them the opportunity to make a decision or to have input on a decision we're making together, and they oftentimes make the right decision for them. Go figure, people know how to make the right decisions for themselves. Not all the time. Some people truly do need a helping hand. So really there's 4 tools that are helpful in transitioning power from oppressors to oppressed. I wrote them here. What are they? Trust, communication, empathy, and listening skills. The oppressors, with all the power, really need to listen and trust the feedback that they're being given in order to adequately and accurately and effectively make those changes systematically, given that they have the power, right? It's making change on behalf of the oppressed. I'm going to read a little bit from page 107 that explains this in Paulo's words. The real danger of the investigation is not that the supposed objects of the investigation discovering themselves to be co-investigators or, receiving some power and then making change. It's not that they might adulterate the analytical results. On the contrary, the danger lies in the risk of shifting the focus from the investigation to the meaningful themes to the people themselves, thereby treating the people as objects of the investigation. The issue isn't that the oppressor are going to mess up the process, it's that the process will be focused on them as opposed to handing them the power and letting them change the situation, right? And then he goes on to say, since this investigation is to serve as the basis for developing an educational program in which the teacher-student and student-teachers combine their cognitions of the same object, the investigation itself must likewise be based on the reciprocity of action, right? And you even heard that teacher-student, student-teacher, right? So the teacher also is the student is also the teacher. They shift roles, they have both roles. It's really fluid and dynamic in that this is a constant conversation and we have open lines of communication. And furthermore, when we are looking to change a situation for a group of people, it's important to see those people as co-investigators, not as objects of the investigation. As always, interact with this video however you see fit. It's your life and your choices. Find me on Twitter at HeyCassieV, and I'll see each and every one of you next Tuesday.